To add students to your class, simply select the Manage Students. From here, you have 3 different options to add students. The Add Student button will allow you to, field by field, add individual students. All of these fields are required. Enroll existing students will bring you to a list of all the students, everybody that is currently in the system. I have enrolled a bunch of fake students with the last name of student 1, student 100, and so forth. So let's just say I want to add fake student 1. To do that, simply tap Enroll Student. That student is now in the class. There are several options now available. The Captions button will soon be obsolete and may actually already be obsolete for your users. Early on, we're creating 2 versions of the video, one that was captioned, one that was not. Turning captioning on would see to it that if the video had been captioned, that was the version the student was going to get. We are currently in the process of migrating all the videos to YouTube and doing the captioning there so the student can turn captioning on and off per video as they need to. Moderation makes reference to the video challenges. If you have your course set up so that a student can look at a video and then automatically get 3 questions as a check, the moderation simply says that that student cannot go on until you check their work and you allow it. This is actually a carryover from My Math Skills, which is a feature that the students or the teachers in the elementary school wanted. I'm not sure if this has any actual application at the college level. By default, moderation is always off. These last 2 options will allow you to delete the student from the class, and you need to be careful about this because if you delete a student from the class, all the work associated with that class is not kept. And the last option is to edit a student. So if a student forgot their password, you can come in here and change their password or username for them. Select Import Units to put a whole class in there at once. This will allow you to choose a CSV file, which is something you can create in Excel that has all of the information for all the students that you need in the entire class. Here's an example of a CSV file that we're going to upload that has a bunch of fake students in it. Notice this field DOB. The date of birth field is required, although it's not used. Right now it's just a placekeeper and a carryover from My Math Skills. What I do is I simply download my class list from Banner and then delete what's not needed and arrange the data in this order. For my classes, I use the username as the email address, so this would be duplicated over here, and then the password is just their A number. So for a real class, this would have their first names, their middle initial, the last names. This would be blank. The username would be email address, password would be A numbers, and email is once again the email address. So these 2 would actually be duplicated. So if I save as a CSV file, make sure it's saved as a CSV file. Now it's ready to upload. So if I navigate to it, and then import students, you get a quick list of everybody that we just imported, and they are now actually in the class. This last line with a typo that we need to fix, class 38, every class has an ID number that for you right now won't mean anything. It could be useful later, but it's more useful for us as an administration level to help debug if we have any issues. So this particular class has been updated to have 5 more students added to the class. So if I refresh the screen, there they are. There's all the classes that I have in there, or all the students I have in the class. Now, part of the information, you will see the last time they logged in, the date and the time. And you can email individual students. When a student takes an assessment and they have questions that they get wrong, the basis for this system is it automatically attaches to that a list of videos that they should watch. You have the option by individual students to clear all of the recommended videos. When a student logs in, they'll see a list of recommended videos. Some of these students have huge lists, so it is sometimes useful to just clear them all to help out the student, although the student can now individually clear individual videos on their own. So this class is now ready to go with students enrolled. So all we need now is to create some content.